Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to build some accessories to go with the automated shops I showed you how to build in a previous video. The first add-on I'll be showing you is an item return / junk chest. Now this is a chest where people can pick up items that they might accidentally put in the machine, or maybe they try to pay with dirt or something. So let's say somebody accidentally puts in their favorite diamond sword, or maybe they try paying with 5 dirt, quote unquote, accidentally. Either way, it'll return to this item return / junk chest, and they can get it back or leave it there for you to throw away. The second feature will be this light on, and when this light is on, it means it's out of stock. And the reason we do that, rather than have it be light on as long as it's in stock, I'll show you here. See, if we put in this emerald, it doesn't go anywhere. Even though it's the correct payment, this emerald just sits there. And that's because that light, the light above the hopper, keeps the hopper from working. And now my final one, which you'll have to listen for here, the final feature is just a little add-on, and that's it dings when your purchase is complete. So I'll stop talking here for a minute so you can hear it ding. So I may have turned that up a little, but it works. And you see it also, this light came on because now the puffer fish are out of stock. And so now if I try to put a diamond in there, it wouldn't accept it. Show you guys that right here. See, just like the emerald, it doesn't go anywhere. So first I'll be showing you guys how to build your item return / junk chest. And to start with, we have two sorters. These are the machines for the automated shops, built just like how I showed in the other video. This one sorts for diamonds and puts out pufferfish. This one sorts for emeralds and puts out diamond horse armor. Let's do a quick overview of this for anyone who needs a refresher or maybe didn't see the first video but knows how to build it anyway. So to add a junk line, it moves your payment hoppers up by 1 block. It moves them up by 1 level. So grab your hoppers, a chest, and some kind of block to attach it to. So we're going to put it just like this. Now normally, the hopper below this would be the payment hopper. But this, we just run a line right over that hopper. And this is the one that sorts. So you see if we put an emerald in there, and if we put something else in there, like some leather, we put that emerald, turns that torch off, and it goes through into this chest. We put this leather in here, it doesn't do anything, and it ends up out here. But you don't want it out there, you want it to get put in a chest so you can get rid of it, or so they can pick it back up. So we'll put the line over the one next to it, just like we did for the other one. And we'll break the one on the end, because that one doesn't matter, it's just for connecting the hoppers. And I'm just going to put my chest out here. You can put it anywhere, it doesn't matter, because we're just going to have to connect hoppers to it anyway. I'll even make it green like a recycling can. So this will be your junk chest. Just connect your hoppers to it. You can connect them to it in any way, it really doesn't matter. I always try to have it be a 1 block width so I can encase my shops in bedrock, but that's just me, you don't have to. So now you see these lines of hoppers above the sorters connect to this back line. You see it all ultimately just flows into this chest. So really, this whole line of hoppers, it doesn't do anything. The only thing it does is take the items over the sorters, so the sorters can suck the items out if they're the correct item. And then if it's not the correct item, like this coal, it just travels down exactly the path you would expect it to travel, doesn't turn that torch off, doesn't do anything, and it ends up in your junk chest. And that's it, that's your whole item return / junk chest. So next we'll build the out of stock light, but before we build that, I'm going to go over a little bit of how this shop works. So you see you can have something in this chest, and you put an emerald in here. There you go. And now you have nothing in this chest, so you would think that means you're out of stock. But if you look below that, that's actually where your last item goes. Your last item is held in this hopper. So we want to measure this hopper, we don't want to measure the chest. So grab whatever kind of block you're using, grab a comparator, a torch, a lamp, and some hoppers, because this does depend on you having a junk line. And you might as well have a junk line because it's not going to take up any more space, but if you don't want one, then just use blocks instead of hoppers. So put your comparator facing away from that hopper and measuring it. And you'll want to put a block there, because you'll think there's no point in putting a repeater. But if you have that block there, it messes up your sorter count because it interferes with the signal. That block there, when it gets powered by the comparator, it powers the redstone and that messes up your sorter. So grab a repeater, put that repeater facing out of your comparator, and facing into a block with a torch on top of it. Just like that. And so there's an overview of how that should look. And now when there's any items in this in this hopper that's being measured, it'll turn off that torch. So you see it turns it off just like that without interfering with the sorter in any way. So next I'm going to build the junk line really quickly, just like I did in the first half of this video. And I'm just going to build on the inside of this. Sometimes you might need to put it on the outside, depending on how you've set up all your payment hoppers and all that. This time I have room to put on the inside, so this is just a junk line, exactly how I set it up before. And the reason we need this is because we're going to run the redstone over it. And if you put the redstone right, it'll prevent people from paying when you're out of stock. So you see, if I throw that in there, it doesn't turn it off. So the junk line's working just like it did in the first part of the video. So to continue with our out of stock light, just put any type of block on top of that torch, redstone on top of that, and then crouch so you can run the redstone over this hopper just like this. And then right at the end of the hopper, at the last hopper, you want to put a lamp, and that lamp should get powered by the redstone. So then you'll see if we put any items in this hopper down here, that lamp will turn off. And then as long as it's off like this, people will be able to pay normally. So we'll open this up and put an emerald in there. Make sure there's one in the chest too, just so you guys can see how this works. So you see there's one in here, and then we have one in the chest. So let's say we put one emerald in. The light doesn't turn on because we still have stock. Put another emerald in. Now we're out of stock, so the light turns on, and that won't let anyone else pay. So that's working perfectly. And I'll show you guys, just in case you don't believe me or anything. If you put this emerald in here, it doesn't go anywhere, just like in the demonstration. Holds that emerald because that light on top of the hopper is putting power to the hopper and not letting it work normally. And then I'll speed it up and build the one for the other half of this shop, just so you guys can get another little bit of a review of how I built it. Obviously you don't want the redstone from the two out of stock lights overlapping. You don't want both lights turning on when only one is out of stock. So you might need to do some redstone positioning, but nothing crazy. It's easy to figure out. So I'll move this around here so they're not crossing. And then I'll speed up the rest of this second part. And there you go, two store mechanisms right next to each other, and they both have out of stock lights. So you see if we put stock in one of them, that light will turn off and the other light will stay on. There you go, just like that. And then the last accessory we'll be building for this video is the purchase complete bell, the thing that dings when you're done. So grab a note block, whatever block you want to use for the instrument, look up how note blocks work, and some redstone. So you want to put this redstone right beneath your torch, right there, and then, not right there, dig down one, put whatever block you're using there, and then put your note block almost level with the redstone. So the redstone's technically one block above the note block, and then tune it to whatever note you want. So you see if we put some emeralds in here, it'll turn off the torch and then ding when the purchase is done. So just like that, that's all you need to build that, and I'll build it again right here. And if I was using something besides gold, or it would put a different type of instrument out. So there you go, that's two of those built right there. That's the easiest build out of this whole thing. So last, let's show you guys how it all looks when you combine all three of those things. We'll go behind the demo, that's right, it's just a movie prop like Hollywood. So we go back here, and you can see how all these things are put together. Down there you got the note block, up here you got the junk line with the out of order, or the out of stock light running over it. You see the junk runs out here. Break this right here, and you can see exactly how the junk line runs through this whole thing. It bulges out around here, so it's not next to that torch. If it was next to that torch, it wouldn't let items through because the torch would power the hopper. I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys an example right here. So if I had built it like this, just a straight shot, and I put an item in it, you see it would get held here. That would back up your junk line, and that's exactly what you don't want. So I put it going around like that. So just make sure to test your machines after you build them and make sure there are no mistakes like that. Easy mistakes to make. So we'll go up here, and you see if I put any stock in here, the out of stock lights will turn off. Get some diamond horse armor. Wrong thing. So if we put it in there, that's weird. I don't know why that turned back on. There must have been a diamond waiting to get paid from when it turned out of stock. Alright, let's try that again. Grab another puffer fish. Let's put the puffer fish in there, and you see it turns that out of stock light off. So now we have stock waiting to be bought. And then if we put one in here, we'll turn this one off too. So those are both working exactly like you'd want them to work. And then just really quickly down there where it's a little hard to see, we have our complete bell, whatever you want to call it, the thing that dings when your purchase is done. Now there is one little thing that if you build it like this, if you use all these features, there's one thing you should keep in mind, and that's if this is out of stock, so this one is on, it won't let junk pass through. So let's put some dirt in here. Say somebody tried to pay with dirt. So if that second one is on, it holds up those items because those hoppers are turned off by the redstone. So make sure you always clear your out of stock lights as soon as possible. But honestly, I build these all the time. People don't put dirt in them that often. They usually figure out pretty quickly that doesn't work. And you see, as soon as you get it back in stock, that blockage starts clearing, and it starts draining out to this chest. So just make sure if any of your lights come on that you turn them off as soon as possible. But like I said, it's not that big of an issue. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for new redstone tutorials every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you for watching.